the denominator of a fraction is 4 more than twice its numerator, denominator becomes 12 times the numerator if both the numerator and the denominator are reduced by 6. Find the fraction. Here we are asked to find a fraction. Now all of you are well aware of that in a fraction we have a numerator and a denominator. So let us consider that the numerator is x and the denominator is y. So let the numerator be x and the denominator be y. Therefore, the required fraction will be x upon y. So numerator is x, denominator is y, therefore the fraction is x upon y. And that fraction we are asked to find. Find the fraction. So we have to find the value of x, we have to find the value of y, and x upon y will be our fraction. Now, from the first two conditions, we are going to frame the first two equations. Let us go to the first condition by condition 1. So what is our first condition? The denominator of a fraction is 4 more than twice its numerator. Let us go back to it again. The denominator of a fraction. Now denominator of a fraction, we have written it as y. So y is means is equal to 4 more than twice its numerator. 4 more, that means we have to add 4 to twice the numerator. Now the numerator here is x. So twice the numerator will become 2x and 4 more to it. So plus 4. This will give us the first equation, y equal to 2x plus 4. Arranging it, we get 2x minus y equal to minus 4, which becomes equation number 1. Moving on to the second condition, which is denominator becomes 12 times the numerator if both the numerator and the denominators are reduced by 6. So what the condition says? Denominator becomes 12 times the numerator. Now to change, just go back to the question again. Denominator becomes 12 times the numerator if both the numerator and denominators are reduced by 6. So if you are reducing the numerator by 6, we will get x minus 6 as the numerator. If we reduce the denominator by 6, we will get y minus 6 as the denominator. What the condition says? Denominator becomes 12 times the numerator when we are reducing both of them by 6. So the new denominator here is y minus 6, which is 12 times the new numerator, which is x minus 6. So the second condition that we have here now is by condition second, the denominator, which is a new denominator now, which we get by reducing it by 6, so y minus 6 becomes 12 times the new numerator, that is 12 multiplied by x minus 6. Simplifying this, we'll get our second condition, second equation. So we get y minus 6 is equal to 12x minus 72. Therefore, y minus 6, y minus 12x equal to minus 72 plus 6. This we can get as minus 12x plus y equal to minus 66. That is 12x plus y, 12x minus y equal to 66. That gives us equation number 2. So we have two equations over here. Equation 1, that is 2x minus y equal to minus 4, and equation 2, 12x minus y equal to 66. You will solve these two equations by any method which you feel comfortable with. Find the values of x and y, and finally write down the answer as a fraction x upon y. That will be the solution for this particular sum. Moving on to the next question. Two types of boxes, A and B, are to be placed in a truck having capacity of 10 tons. When 150 boxes of type A and 100 boxes of type B are loaded in the truck, it weighs 10 tons. But when 260 boxes of type A are loaded in the truck, it can still accommodate 40 boxes of type B, so that it is fully loaded. Find the weight of each type of box. Now, before we proceed with this particular sum here, we have to take into consideration that there are two different units of weight which are used over here. One, we have to find the weight of each box in kg, whereas the total load is given to us in tons, which is 10 tons. So we'll consider the weight of the box as well as the load of the truck in kg. So we'll change 10 tons into kg, which will give us 10,000 kg, as 1 ton is equal to 1000 kg. So keeping that in mind, let us go to the question again. We have two different boxes over here, box A and B, and we have to find the weight of each type of box. That is, we have to find the weight of box A and the weight of box B. So let us consider that the weight of box A here is x kg. Let the weight of box A be x kg, and the weight of box B, that is that of box B, be y kg. Now going to the first condition, by condition 1, let us go to the first condition here. When 150 boxes of type A and 100 boxes of type B are loaded in the truck, it weighs 10 tons. So what is being said here? The weight of 150 boxes of the type A and 100 boxes of the type B together makes 10,000 kg. That is our first condition. So 150 boxes of type A, that will be 150 x kg, plus 100 boxes of type B, that will be 100 y, together comes to 10,000 kg. So that will be the first equation here. But if you notice here, we can reduce this equation to suit us. To reduce this equation, we'll divide the equation by 50. So dividing the equation by 50, we get if I divide 150x by 50, I will get 3x plus 2y. If I divide 100y by 50, equal to, when we divide 10,000 by 50, we get 200. That will make us equation 1. 3x plus 2y equal to 200. Let us go to the second condition here. By condition second. So what the second condition says? when 260 boxes of type A are loaded in the truck, it can still accommodate 40 boxes of type B. So if we are loading 260 boxes of type A, that will give us 260x. It can still accommodate 40 boxes of type B, so that will make it 40y. Together comes to 10,000. That is the total capacity. We can further reduce this equation by dividing it with 20. So dividing the equation by 20, we get, so if I'm dividing it by 20, I will get 13x plus 2y equal to 10,000. When we divide by 20, we get 500. That gives us equation number 2. Again, what we have here are two equations. 3x plus 2y equal to 200 and 13x plus 2y equal to 500. We can solve these two equations by any method that you wish, and you'll get the value of x and y. That will be our solution for this sum here. We come to the last question of exercise 1.5 over here. Let us go to the question again. Out of 1900 kilometers, Vishal traveled some distance by bus and some by aeroplane. Bus travels with an average speed of 60 km per hour and the average speed of aeroplane is 700 km per hour. It takes 5 hours to complete the journey. Find the distance Vishal traveled by bus. Now here in this case, Vishal has traveled the entire distance, that is of 1900 kilometers. Some part of it he has traveled by bus and the other part he has traveled by an aeroplane. Now before we actually come to this particular sum, let us try to understand this. Vishal is traveling from point A here to point B here, a total distance of 1900 kilometers. And to travel this distance, he is using different modes of transport. He is traveling some part of it is in a bus and the remaining part by an aeroplane. So let us consider up to this point here, M, he is traveling by a bus. Whereas from M to B, he is traveling in an aeroplane. So these are the two different modes of transport that Vishal is using. He is traveling from A to M in a bus and from M to B in an aeroplane. The total distance from A to B is 1900 kilometers as we know. So whatever be the speed of the bus or whatever be the speed of the aeroplane or whatever be the time taken by bus on an aeroplane to travel this distance, the speed may change, the time may change, but the distance will always remain 1900 kilometers. That distance is never going to change. Now let us consider that from point A to point M, he is traveling in a bus which we know runs at a speed of 60 kilometers per hour. And to travel this distance from A to M, he takes X hours. So that is the time he is taking to travel from A to M. From M to B, his speed was 700 kilometers per hour. That was his speed. And let us consider that he takes Y hours to complete this. So the total time that he is taking to travel from A to B is x plus y hours. Now if you are comfortable with this, we'll go back to our question. We'll just revise the question again and we'll attempt it. Out of 1900 kilometers, Vishal traveled some distance by bus and some by aeroplane. Bus travels with average speed of 60 km per hour and the average speed of aeroplane is 700 km per hour. It takes 5 hours to complete the journey. Find the distance Vishal traveled by bus. That is what is asked, to find the distance that he traveled by bus. But instead of considering that the distance he traveled by bus to be x kilometers, what we are doing here is we are considering that the time he traveled by bus is x hours. So we'll say let the time taken to travel by bus be x hours and by aeroplane be y hours. Now if you come to the first condition here, we know that it takes 5 hours to complete the journey. Let us consider that as the first condition. By condition 1, total time taken to complete the journey is 5 hours. That means time taken by bus plus time taken by aeroplane is 5 hours. So we can write that as x plus y equal to 5. That is our equation number 1. The second condition, now here it is important for you to understand. The second condition, we know that the total distance is 1900 kilometers. That means distance traveled by bus plus distance traveled by an aeroplane together makes it 1900 kilometers. And what is the formula for distance? Distance is given by speed into time. So what was the speed of the bus? 60. What was the time taken by the bus? X. So 60x. That is the distance traveled by bus. Keep that in mind. 60x is the distance traveled by Vishal in a bus. The question, if you look at the question, last part of the question, it says, find the distance Vishal traveled by bus. So that 60x is the distance that Vishal had traveled by bus. To find it, we should know the value of x. Say for example, if x is 2, then distance traveled by bus will be 60 multiplied by 2, that is 120 kilometers. It means if we know x, we can easily find the distance that Vishal traveled by bus. So let us go to the second condition once again. Total distance traveled by Vishal is 1900 kilometers. This distance he had traveled using a bus and an aeroplane. Distance traveled in a bus will be speed of the bus multiplied by time taken, that is x hours. So 60x. Same way, distance traveled in an aeroplane will be 700, which is the speed of the aeroplane, multiplied by y, which is the time taken in the aeroplane, equal to total distance, that is 1900 kilometers. We can reduce the given equation by dividing it with 20. So dividing the equation by 20, we get, so if I am dividing this equation by 20, I get 3x plus, if I divide 700 by 20, I get 35y equal to 1900 divided by 20 will give us 95. That will be our equation number 2. So looking at the two equations, x plus y equal to 5 and 3x plus 35y equal to 95. So we have two equations over here. You will solve these two equations again by any method that you can think of. You will get a value of x and y. Now again going to the question, what was asked? Find the value, find the distance Vishal traveled by bus. So once you get the value of x, which is the time taken for the to cover the distance in a bus, we'll multiply that value by the speed of the bus, which is 60. So that will give us 60x. So whatever is the value of x, multiply it by 60. You will get the distance traveled by bus. That completes exercise 1.5 and also the first chapter of algebra. Problem set 1, you will be practicing on your own. Thank you.